Okay, let's have him. Hello, who am I talking to?
My name is Will Wright.
Okay, go ahead with your question.
My question is, I'm married and I have two children with my wife. I have a daughter through a previous relationship. I was wondering if my wife's income would be calculated into my child support obligations of my daughter.
Okay, you're talking about the two daughters that are not living with you.
No, I have two daughters with my wife now, and I have a daughter in a previous relationship.
Okay, and you're worried about the calculation for the previous relationship?
Will my wife income be calculated into my child support?
Okay.
Like, would they use her income also?
Okay.
Because she makes more money than me.
Gotcha. Two things. First of all, that will be entirely up to you. Okay, if the other child that you support, if that mother takes you to court for child support, if you want to claim your other two children and get credit, that is, have your income reduced because you have two children at home that you support, then your wife's income becomes relevant because the court's going to want to know how much of a contribution do you make toward those children at home. So it's called the other dependent deduction credit. And people like that. That's a good thing because the other dependent deduction credit will lower your available income, and then you'll pay less support for the child that is not living with you and preserve more money for you at home for the two children. So your wife's income would become relevant only to the extent that you're claiming an other dependent deduction. So if your wife didn't work at all, you would get 100% credit. If she works and makes more money than you, then you get a 40% credit. But yes, it is taken into consideration. But if you don't want the other dependent deduction, then you just say, no, I don't want to claim the other dependent deduction. Here's my income, calculate the child support. Then your wife's income isn't relevant. Now, another concern you might have, and I have a lot of cases like this where the individual says, well, if my wife's income is involved in it, I don't want the other side to know what her income is. Well, you have a right to protect her income. So you can ask the judge to keep her income concealed for purposes of the calculation from the other party, because she has a right to privacy, and you can insist on that, and judges generally will grant that.
Can I have one more question, if it's possible?
Okay, yeah.
If now my wife makes more money, and our way of style of living is better than my other child's mother, would the judge kind of grant us custody of her?
Oh, because your lifestyle is better?
Because he. Say as though my household is better because she has two sisters that lives with her already, and she's the only child I had with the other woman, and I want her to stay with us because the way of living is going to be a little bit better for her.
Absolutely, that is
would my wife's income help me in that area on that part?
Well, generally speaking, in New Jersey, the courts will not use income as a consideration when it comes to custody. However, some of the other things you talked about, the fact that you have two other children at home that may relate well with that child, is something a court would consider because they may be able to benefit from that relationship being together full time. And those are some of the legitimate reasons that people sometimes decide to file for custody. They say, okay, well, I gave you custody before, but now I've changed my mind. I have a new lifestyle. I have a new wife. I have two children. You come over on visits. You get along great. You want to spend more time with them. And then you talk to the other side and say, look, here are lay it out. I mean, be honest, just lay it out. Say, here's what I can do. What do you think? And if she says, no, I'm not going for that, and you still believe that it's in the child's best interest, then you press your claim. That's a good faith reason to make an application. I would not discourage that at all. But talk to the other side first and tell her what your goal is and see if she shares it, because everybody wants what's best for the child. And it might be a difficult task at first, but if you discuss it with her, and I'll tell you, I got custody of my daughter when she was 14 years old. And the way I did that was I did just what you said. I said, you know something? I have a different lifestyle now. And she comes to visit me. She enjoys it. She enjoys the people that she meets. She enjoys the background. My ex wasn't going for it. But I talked to her, and we discussed it. And then I said, well, look, tell you what, if the child support's an issue, I'll keep paying you the child support for 6 months. If my daughter at the end of 6 months doesn't like the high school, wants to go back home, then no harm, no foul. But give it a shot. And, she gave it a shot. And after 6 months, my daughter says, I'm not going back. And I then stopped the child support. So that's a good faith reason. I appreciate the call. Keep listening and check out my website, www.gjrfamilylaw.com, and I've got some cases on there involving custody and child support. Okay? Good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.